Today, we're jumping right into a really powerful first-hand account from Colonel Nguyen Khac Nguyet. He was a tank commander, and he was right there, in the thick of one of the most pivotal moments in Vietnamese history. We're going back to March 29th, 1975, and we're going to follow his unit's incredible, unpredictable journey to liberate the city of Da Nang. Now, this isn't just some dry history lesson. It's a personal story of courage, quick thinking, and just pure willpower, all playing out on one single, unforgettable day. So the whole thing kicks off in the dead of night, about 1 in the morning. An order comes crackling through. Advance on Da Nang. Just like that, 6 tanks, including Colonel Nguyet's, roar to life. Their engines just shatter the silence as they barrel down National Highway 1. You can just feel the speed, the optimism. By 9 a.m., they're already at Lang Co. The momentum, it feels absolutely unstoppable. In his mind, taking Da Nang is just a few hours away. And then, bam! Everything just screeches to a halt. Right when they're riding high on adrenaline, feeling like nothing can stop them, they hit a wall. Or, well, not a wall, but a giant empty space where a bridge is supposed to be. The Thiralu Bridge, it's been completely destroyed. Just like that, their path is severed. And that feeling of an unstoppable advance, it just vanishes. For Colonel Nguyet, you can imagine the frustration was just immense. This wasn't just some delay. It was this painful feeling of, oh no, not again. He remembers a situation almost exactly like this at the unknown bridge, and it cost his unit the honor of being the first to enter Hue. You can feel that anxiety just building up, that bitter memory fueling this desperate need to not let history repeat itself. The race is on, but they are completely and utterly stuck. So the pressure is really on now. The commander tells them to take a break while the combat engineers try to put together some kind of makeshift crossing. But watching them slowly dumping baskets of rocks into this rushing river, it's agonizingly slow. And then, to really rub salt in the wound, another unit of amphibious tanks, and get this, it's Colonel Nguyet's old unit, they just drive right into the river, swim across, and disappear down the road, leaving them in the dust. That sense of urgency just boils over into pure desperation. Just when it seems like they're doomed to sit there and wait, somebody spots something. Upstream, maybe a few dozen meters away, there's a railway bridge, and it looks intact. This one little observation kicks off this frantic, high-stakes debate. Is it even possible? Can a 38-ton tank actually cross a bridge that was only ever meant for trains? So the commander and his drivers, they scramble up to the bridge to do this quick, on-the-fly inspection. Okay, the 2 main steel beams, they look strong enough. I mean, they carry trains that weigh hundreds of tons, so the overall load isn't really the issue. The real danger, that lies with the wooden sleepers, the cross ties that are laid over the beams. A tank's treads would roll right on top of them, and if that wood was old, if it was rotten, a sleeper could just snap, the tread would fall through, and the tank would be completely trapped. It was a huge, huge risk. So after this tense back and forth with some guys saying it's way too dangerous and others saying they could be stuck for who knows how long, Company Commander Thun makes the call. He decides the risk is worth it. They have to maintain momentum. It's one of those decisions that's born from this perfect mix of battlefield smarts and just sheer guts. Can you just imagine the tension? The first tank, number 386, just carefully crawls onto the tracks. The driver, Lu Van Hoa, he has to keep the alignment absolutely perfect, the speed steady, his hands just glued to the controls. From the other side of the river, the commander is guiding him with nothing but hand signals. The entire company is just watching, totally silent, holding their breath. And then, it makes it. It reaches the other side. A collective sigh of relief just erupts into cheers. The gamble paid off. Within minutes, the whole company is across, and they are thundering down the road once again. So they've outsmarted a man-made obstacle, but now they're face-to-face with a natural one, the legendary Hai Van Pass, famous for its treacherous curves and super steep climbs. Now, for these veteran drivers who had already crossed the entire Trung Son range, the danger itself wasn't what was intimidating. No, it was the sheer length of the climb that was going to push their machines to the absolute breaking point. The experience of that climb was just this wild contrast. On one hand, the scenery was just breathtaking, really earning its name, the Supreme Pass. You've got views of the deep blue sea, clouds literally rolling across the road. It was majestic. But inside the steel hull of the tanks, it was a mechanical nightmare. The engines were constantly overheating, with temperatures just soaring past 100 degrees Celsius.
They had to keep stopping over and over just to let the machines cool down.
And right in the middle of this intense struggle, wrestling an overheating tank up a mountain pass in a war zone, Colonel Nguyet has this moment of just profound clarity. He looks out at the incredible beauty of his homeland, and he makes this quiet promise to himself. I'm going to return here one day when there's peace. It's such a beautifully human moment, a little glimpse of the future they were all fighting for. So by 2 p.m., they finally make it to the top of the pass and start heading down. On the northern edge of Da Nang, new orders come in. The city is massive, and even though some targets have been taken, the situation is still chaotic, it's still uncertain. Their mission, push forward, capture the Bach Dang Port, and help secure the city center. The final push was about to begin. With some guidance from local forces, they start rolling into the city, and the streets are eerily quiet. The power is on, you can see lights glowing from inside houses, but every single door and window is shut tight. It's this tense, watchful advance. Every soldier is on high alert, weapons ready for anything. And after about half an hour of navigating these silent streets, they finally arrive at their objective, the port. The mission is done, the port is secure. As the sun starts to set over the Han River, you can just feel the tension of the whole day finally start to drain away. After racing the clock, risking it all on that bridge, battling a mountain, and entering what felt like a ghost town, it's time for a moment of rest. Colonel Nguyet finds a spot in his tank, cooled by the river breeze, and just feels this overwhelming wave of joy and relief wash over him. He falls into this deep, exhausted sleep, only to wake up the next morning covered, head to toe in mosquito bites, looking, in his words, like a sesame rice cracker. It's just this wonderfully human detail that brings this epic story right back down to earth. After surviving all the dangers of the day, his final, unexpected battle was against a swarm of very hungry mosquitoes. It actually took Colonel Nguyet another 20 years before he returned to the Haivan Pass. He says that even though the road is wider and much safer now, every single time he's there, the intense feelings of that one day just come flooding back. The memory isn't just a story he tells, it's this powerful emotion that has stayed with him his entire life. It's a testament to the day they made history,